Good. All right. Well, hello. Welcome. Thank you all for joining us again for another Ticket Training Tuesday session. If this is your first time, welcome. Ticket Training Tuesdays. These are weekly sessions we deliver for the community. We will discuss various um, ticket-related topics and demo some of those for you all to see. And today's topic is all about Power BI dashboards. Very exciting, a lot to cover. Try to keep the slides a little short as it's kind of a lengthy demo. So we'll try to get through everything, um, but we will just go ahead and get into it. And first off, introduce myself. Hello, my name is Ben Anderson. I'm a professional services consultant for both Tikit and Xyrusin products. Oh, very nice to meet you all if I've not spoken to you before. Quickly, our agenda again. Yes, welcome. We really appreciate everyone turning up to these sessions. We really enjoy putting these on, and we hope to see you in the future for any upcoming sessions. I'm going to do a little housekeeping, and then we'll talk a little bit about Power BI dashboards and Tikit, and then we will do a demonstration and wrap it up with some questions at the end. But if you do have any questions as I go, just feel free to interrupt, come off of mute, and we'll try to get your questions answered. Just a few resources before we get started. For help and feedback, all things ticket related, we have help@tikit.ai. That's an email address. You can reach out to us if you need anything in regards to Tikit, or if you want to offer some feedback for these sessions, tell us what you like, what you didn't like, certain topics you might want to see covered in the future, just reach out to us and let us know at that email address. Second, there is our Ticket Training Tuesdays KB article. There you can find a digest of all of our previous sessions and their recordings. We'll also give you a preview of what's to come over the next couple of weeks. So if you need to go back and review any of the sessions or you missed one, you can check them out there. I will get those links in the chat, so you will have them. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. Power BI dashboards. Reporting in Power BI, it's one of a few different reporting options we have with Tikit. Out of the box, we have some native reports that are included with Tikit, a lot of good metrics and visualizations right there within the Tikit web portal. If you want to take it a step further or you want to do some analysis outside of Tikit, you have some other options like CSV exports. You can export pretty much any data out of Tikit. You can create custom views and export those tickets in CSV format or any of the out-of-the-box views, and you can import those into any other tool to do your reporting or data analysis. Then we also have Excel Sync, which is very similar to the Power BI option, where we provide a template and that helps you get your data and tickets synced up within Excel and connected to the live data stream. So you can do all things Excel if that is your requirement. We'll probably have a session on some of these other reporting options in the future. If you want to see any of those, just let us know. But today we're just going to focus on Power BI. So just a few other things to know. Of course, it's fully configurable. Once you get the template loaded for Power BI, you can do just about whatever you need to with it. You can leverage the full potential of Power BI. So if you're used to working in there, your Power BI devs can do just about anything to get your custom reports or visualizations prepared for whoever your audience might be. And then, of course, we can then take those reports and we can publish those out to the web, maybe in Teams or SharePoint, or embed in a website, anywhere where your users or stakeholders need to see the visualizations and reporting based on ticket data. And finally, the provided template. We provide the template to help you get started as quickly as possible. It's very few steps to get ticket data into Power BI, and that's what we'll show you in the demo coming up soon. Just know that it comes with a lot of predefined charts and data models to help you get started. You can take it as it is. There's a lot there, or you can adjust it to your needs, add, remove, modify what's there. And then you can publish onto Power BI web app and out to the web. I think one last thing, just a few requirements, not much. We will be using Power BI Desktop. That's a free download, so you will need that. If you're going to publish, share, or collaborate, you will most likely need a pro license for Power BI. And then on the ticket side, all you need is credentials to generate the access token, which will manage access to ticket out to Power BI. So at this point, I will stop before we get into the demo, see if there's any questions at this point.
I have a question.
Sure.
The Pro Power BI license, do we get a discount if we are referred to by you guys?
Not that I'm aware. Do some of my colleagues know anything about that? I'm not aware of any discount. I mean, as far as like partnering with Microsoft and
Yeah,
yeah.
because you guys are a vendor with Microsoft.
That's okay. Can we repeat the question, please?
Oh, sure. So, like Ben said, we have to buy a pro license in order to publish our dashboards. I was just curious to see if there's a discount if we are referred to you guys refer us, if there's like a special vendor code or anything.
Okay, yeah, it's a good question. Let me ping you directly, Karim, because it depends on a lot of factors of your organization. So
Not a problem.
I'll get back to you. All right,
Thank
you.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Okay. Any other questions? All right. Well, I will switch over Tikit and Power BI, and we'll start the demo. Okay. Everyone can see my screen? There we go. Okay. First thing, we're going to set up Power BI. We need an access token. And to do that, once you get into Web Ticket Portal, go to Settings, Access Token, and this is where we would create the access token that would allow Tikit to sync up with Power BI. And the other thing we'll need is, like I mentioned before, is the Power BI desktop client. So once you have those set up, then we can hop over to our knowledge base article. Here we have a whole page on getting started with the Power BI integration. So this could get you there, but we're going to do this obviously together in real time. But here we need to get the appropriate template for whichever ticket plan you have, we offer 2 different templates for the different data models, depending on if you have Service Desk or the ITSM plan. So in this case, we're going to use ITSM. I've already downloaded this. It'll just download a zip file that you will extract, and then you would open that template file in Power BI Desktop. Once you do, you'll be here at this screen. It's asking for your ticket token. So the token we defined here, we'll just retrieve that. I would like to note, when you do generate these tokens, just make sure you grab that and store it in a safe place. You'll only be presented with that token once. If you do lose it, you could just delete it and create a fresh token. I have mine here, and we'll get started. So initially, it's going to start loading all this data and running all the queries to build those data models. So this could take a minute. Typically, it doesn't take that long. And I don't have a ton of data in my environment, so hopefully this part will be relatively quick. Skip that. I think that's an issue on my end. We can get past it. If you do see this, just apply changes. It will clear itself up. Should be about ready. Go. Very good. Okay, so this is the default template. Once you get it loaded in, you will immediately start to see metrics for your ticket environment. This is real data at the time of loading the template. So like I said, a lot of good metrics here. We have multiple tabs with some different metrics and visualizations. You could explore that. Mainly intended to give you a place to start with what we have, what you can do, spark some ideas maybe. You can modify this to your heart's content and make it your own. So nothing we should check out quickly are all the data models. Here's where you could build different metrics against these different views of the data. And let's see how our time. Yeah, we have time. So I thought it would be good to maybe show how to add something custom. We won't go too far into it because Power BI, of course, it's a very powerful tool. There's all sorts of things you can do with it. And but we can at least give you a taste of what that would be like if you wanted to add something custom as far as some data that might not be present here that you might need to work off of. So I thought a good example would be using a total time worked column for each ticket, and we can build a metric around that data. So to start, I know that I'll be wanting to work off the tickets data model. And if we edit that query, you can see all the data available in this view, and there's a lot. This is essentially all my tickets and all the merged data from other tables and such, all presented in this one view. See, we do not have a total time worked column, so we can add that now. Just add column tab above the ribbon, custom column. There we go. Give that a name. Let's do this hours. Then we have to build our formula. I'll just point out this link here. It's very handy. This will take you to a Microsoft docs page, which will help you form these power queries and building the formulas or using the formulas. And I'll throw that link in the chat for you as well. Yeah. So in this case, I do have this already figured out. Fill it in there. Basically, we are just taking the total time from ticket created date to resolve date and adding that in another column so that we can build a metric around that. But we have that done. Hit OK. And there's our new column. And this is in hours. As you can see, for the resolved tickets, we do have that number present. Before we leave this page, though, we need to check our data type, set it as a number. I think decimal will be fine. This is just so we can do the right aggregations on this column within our metric. So now that that's done, we will close and apply, and that should bring everything back into that data model. Give that just a moment to refresh. There we are. We should be able to see it here in Tikit's view, all the way at the end. There it is. Now we're back on the screen. So we have some options. We could, of course, we can adjust what's here. We could put a new metric on any of these tabs, or we could just create a new tab for a whole new dashboard. So I'm gonna call this time worked, new tab, and decide on the right metric or visualization. Column chart would be nice. Then I'm thinking we do maybe total time worked by group, or we could do an average. Let's start with getting these axes configured. If we do it by group, go to the tickets view, and we can find the group column there. We'll set that on the x-axis. Y-axis would be our time worked. There we are. And as it is now, this is just the sum of time worked across my 3 ticket groups. And then easily change that to a different aggregation. Case maybe average would be nice. This is the average time worked, so that looks right. Take it a step further and maybe add our legend. There, that's nicer. Great. So it's really just that easy. Or that was a simple one, but hopefully that helps give you an idea of how you might start building out more of these. Obviously, you could target specific groups, and then when they're ready, you could have team or group specific dashboards, and you might want to see those in Teams since you're probably using Teams anyway. So I think it would be good to see how we can get this dashboard into Teams channel. And really, well, before we do that, I'll just show you we do need to create the workspace within the Power BI web app. I've already done that. You'll have your own workspace out of the box, and then just create whatever workspace is appropriate for the reports you're going to publish. So in this case, I have ticket dashboard, and I can publish to that dashboard as long as I'm logged in with the same account, or I have access to that workspace from the account that I'm logged in with. Save those changes and name the local project file. Save. And now it should give us some options for workspaces. Yes, here's the one I just showed you back in Power BI web app. We will publish to that workspace. Should not take long. Success. Great, now we can confirm. And there it is. Pretty much the same view we saw in Power BI desktop is here. We have our tabs. All the out of the box metrics are here. And our newly created bar chart, column chart is here. So probably just a matter of preference, but of course, you can manipulate these even further within Power BI web app after they're published, or you can do your work in the desktop. But yeah, there it is. And we have one more thing to do, would be to get this into Teams. We head over to Teams, decide on whichever channel we might want to add the Power BI dashboard. I think in this case, I'll just put it in support general. Okay. Add a new tab in that channel and find Power BI. And then it should look to see what workspaces I have available. Should just be able to choose that. Browse workspaces. There it is. All there within Teams. Of course, like I was saying before, you might scope this down and just do, specific metrics depending on who your audience is in these team channels, but the process is more or less the same. Let's go through that, and you will have Power BI in Teams. So I think we went start to finish in 6 minutes to spare, so that's good. Does anyone have any questions? You want to see something else, or is it clear on anything? I'm sure you're all probably better at Power BI than I am, so this probably will be easy for you. It wasn't bad, but hopefully that did help. Very good. Well, if there's nothing else, then thank you again for joining us. We look for you next week, and until next time, thank you all.